thinking, what happened 16 years ago, 18 years ago, 16 years ago before Buhari came on board? When we talk about politics, we talk about the conservative, which were the PDP. We talk about the Republicans, we talk about the progressive. In Nigeria, we are yet to experience the Republicans. In the US, we talk about the conservative, the Republicans, and the progressive. With the conservative believe in power to the people. It's God that gives power to people. It should be service to the people. And so the conservative are like a triangle pyramidal. The top is narrow, the bottom is wide and loose. So only the top take decision. Whatever they say, it's finished. But the progressive, you go to the bottom. And to come from the bottom to get to the center, to the top, it is never easy. And that's what the present regime did suffer. For 16 years, all that we had before in Nigeria were privatized with the grammar of privatization, monetization, and so forth and so on. Gratuities were not paid, pensions were not paid, NPA was sold off. Talk about the Nigerian greatest shipping line were off. Everything about in Nigeria, the road were got dilapidated. The politician, I'm a pressure group leader, I'm the national chairman of the host community of Nigeria producing oil and gas, HOSCOM. And this is the first time in the history of Nigeria that presidency recognized the host community of Nigeria by giving us appointment and by listening to us. Listening to us in the sense that we are agitating our children in the creeks. The women, the men, the reasonable traditional ruler were all agitators, agitating for our divinely endowed, denied prerogative of the oil and gas. Our constitution was amended in 1999, section 162, subsection 2, 30% derivation, and every other solid mineral or mineral. The law says that it's between Mr. President and the host community. But President Olusegun Obasanjo, then ex-president now, came and gave everything to the governors of the states that belong to PDP by then. Till date, the governors have squandered over 14 trillion naira in the South-South. We can only talk about Akwa Ibom State, where there was a little impact of good governance. We can talk about Edo State. In the 6 South-South states, talk about even the 9 states. Now Lagos State is inclusive among the oil and gas producing community that are beneficiaries of 13% derivation. But all I want to say is that the law that stated that the 30% should be given to the host community was abandoned. It is until just a few weeks ago now, about 3-4 weeks ago, that we met Mr. President, and he now said, please, gas flare penalty levy money should be given to you people. Hence, you requested for it, because it stands international law that when you flare gas, 1,000 standard cubic gas flares is paid penalty to the community, to the host community. You discover that the hazard of gas flare, the pollution of gas flare, the acidic rain of gas flare, the corrosion of gas flare, hazard of gas flare. As a result, the IOC and the NOC pay this money, but it is of a great error. We regret it, a lamentable error, that the IOC, the NOC paid this gas flare levy money to DPR. DPR pays the money to Central Bank pays the money to Federation account. Without remembering the host community, the law is neglected. And then, before you talk about pipeline surveillance issue, but Mr. President has just granted all these things to the host community, and committees have been set up now to look into all this. So we want to assess Mr. President that he has done very well to us, the host community, and good Nigerians could know very well that the man is a disciplinarian. As a result, we are saying in our coalition for the South-South, for Mr. President, we are saying continuity and sustainability, the watchword. Or the innovation on diversification. Let's take Jigawa State for an example. Jigawa State with onions and garlic, they can take care of Jigawa State without waiting for federal government allocation. Let's take other states in the country. Benue State. We have what God really blessed this country, but because of oil, every state became lazy. They don't have any innovation. Go to Bayelsa State. The governor have no plan of industrialization or farming. go to the Delta State, go to River State. They are just there, just getting the money every day. But the state without 13% reservation, they are leaving. And so I believe that we should all wake up to support Mr. President on the issue of diversification from oil and gas to agriculture. That will bring a transformation. In the Niger Delta, where we're supposed to have fish, today we eat ice fish.
Now,
we don't have anything, we have challenges.
Now, I'm talking about people in the community are being suffering based on the pollution that is going on in the area. And money has been generated to, prevent all those kind of pollution. So my question goes to what do you want the president, now that is giving you a hearing, what do you want the government to do so that money will be committed?
What we have to, I will join good Nigerians and people from the Niger Delta region to join me to plead with Mr. President to look at the issue of industrialization. We can convert gas flare to energy. I have companies all over the world who are ready to come in if there is if there is safety. So as a result, I'm challenged with the issue of creation of an enabling environment for technical partners and foreign technical financiers to come in to develop the Niger Delta. I think, may I say this way, in Nigeria we're having over 128 universities accredited by the University Commission, and we have about 41,000 graduates graduating every year, and we cannot employ 10,000 because we don't have industry, we don't have energy. So let us look at the issue of industrialization, issue of agriculture.
And you talked about
the issue that we have to create an environment by awarding pipeline surveillance to all the communities, and that's what we are now rubbing mind with the Minister of Petroleum, NNPC, and the Presidency. So the only way we can overcome it is to allow the community to watch over critical oil installation all over the country. Wherever you have pipeline, wherever you have industry, let us protect those areas. Let us support the government of the day, because I believe quite well that if the government of the day continue the way they are, Nigeria will be a better place.